Hey guys, Insomniac666 here with you with finally with a gameplay of the new hero Kwang. This is my very first match with him right here, and it went alright actually, you know, for having a hero for the first time. And it kind of took me a while though, because everyone wanted to play him, and I for some reason never got first pick, so it took me a little while, but I finally got him. I like him a fair amount. I don't know if he's, oh, and I died right there, but learning the new character still. And I wouldn't say he's he's a particularly unique or different character. I mean, I think Bellica was a far more unique and different type of character to play with, but he's definitely good. I think he has a definite role, like the sort of instigator paradigm with him. I think is definitely a good system for it to have. So right here, just fast forward through all the dumb early game, running around, just trying to make sure they don't take down our towers early. And this game is sped up a little bit more than normal, just because the game times for me are still taking a lot longer than they did before the patch, with the reduced speeds and everything like that. And I'm okay with all the other things in the meta. The Orb Prime thing is a little annoying, just because it's not really original, but you know, it's okay. And a lot of other things, you know, it's all fine. But the thing that they balanced it well, I feel like. But the only issue is now the times are up. My average game is 40 to 45 minutes, I would say, and before it was like 30 minutes a game. So I kind of wish that they would work on that a little bit. Like, a really long game taking an hour feels just way too long for me. And so I guess I'll talk about the hero a little bit more. But I mean, Kwang, I think he's a little bit of a mix. He's like kind of like almost a tank chimera almost, with his passive lifesteal ability, which I think is pretty good. And then right here, I think we kind of go for a kill a little bit, or I sort of whittle him down, and then Bellica, I think, uses her ult and takes him out, which is cool. And so I think, and so he's kind of like a little bit more of a tanky chimera in those respects, and obviously he has a little bit better crowd control. I mean, he's got more AoE, obviously he has AoEs. I don't even think Chimera has any AoEs. And he's obviously a little bit more bulky, and he's got a little bit more mobility stuff, but obviously I think he obviously loses a lot of power on the sort of output damage end. But obviously that's sort of not really his role. His role is definitely to sort of snare guys, and keep them in place, and then the punishers kind of come in and take them out. That's why I think I definitely don't have an amazing kill to death ratio. I've got a pretty good KDA, I would say, especially for my first time playing this character, but kill to death ratio definitely not. I don't think anyone's really going to be pulling it down in terms of kill to death with this character, unless they're just, you know, legit, which totally is a possibility. I don't think I'm particularly that legit, at least not yet, especially not with this character. But right here. And the one thing that I've noticed with his square ability, his throw his sword ability, I think that is the getting away ability, because if you can time it right, I think I did it with that Fang Mao. It's really useful to be able to get away with them really easily. So we're just, you know, farming the lane. And I think mostly he's going to be used as a laner. There's a possibility he could get used as a jungler. Oh, this Fang Mao comes after me again. I think he could be used as a jungler. I don't think he would be. Oh, and I died. And I think he could possibly be used as a jungler, but I think most of his abilities wouldn't really come into play in a very good sense. So maybe if someone wanted to do like an early game jungle with him style, maybe, and then turn into a laner, that could be a possibility. I'm not 100% confident on that. I've just personally, I mean, I've only played with him a couple times, but I've just been using him pretty much solely as a laner. I prefer the sort of tank style than the damage sort of. Oh, and here's a good little team battle we go through here. I guess this is one of those situations where I definitely like his abilities. Like when you're in the jungle in a team battle, his AoEs are pretty useful, especially with a lot of things like that. Come in, get the 2 kills right there. The Chimera obviously gets the. But here's where I love his square. Just that it's such a good CC right there. Just such good crowd control, and then because of that we get to just wreck this Grim.exe and take him out, and I get my first kill with him. Yay! First match only took 2 deaths. So that was definitely us winning that team battle. We definitely have an advantage right now, so I think all of us are just trying to sort of more or less spread out and push, and probably trying to get, you know, sort of those control map points like the harvesters and stuff like that. And going after this Sephiroth, but obviously he kind of backs up, but he gets the Grim.exe to help him out. And I have to say, I think it's going to take a little while, at least for me, to get good at his little throw the sword thing. It's useful and it's really good, but it's definitely a takes a little bit of time before you can figure it out. Because there's this, you know, once you hit it, it doesn't instantly go. There's a little bit of a delay to it. Right there, that was a good hit. That, you know, those are the moments or the things where it's like, oh, this could be a character I could use consistently. Is that sort of throw and double hit. They're both tethered there, and then, you know, we at least get that 1 kill. Fight another Kwang on Kwang action. And then the Sephiroth comes in, and I'm dead. But yeah, I think he's definitely a better as a tank, because if he's being used as, you know, his sort of overview is sort of him being used as an instigator. It's, you know, it's kind of hard to instigate unless you can take a punch, and, you know, if not being able to take a punch, you know, you'll be able to instigate, but not too particularly well. And I try and get in there and grab but no. Right here, you know, here's a good lesson. Just because they took that tower, like, you know, you gotta at least try to make them pay at least a little bit. And I totally missed that ult there. I mean, that's just something a learning thing for me. You know, that's another thing about him that doesn't make him the best ganker, is that he can't do a lot of his things on the run. But at least we got that 1 kill right there. That's definitely a useful kill. And speeding it back up just because it's all the boring laning stuff. And then out here, I don't know what I was thinking. I just thought that maybe if I could, because, you know, they keep billing him as this instigator, so I'm thinking that, well, maybe if I get the first hit, maybe that gives him a huge advantage in some sort of way. I guess I really shouldn't have been so confident that would happen. And I think just purely because of the fact that I had just a little bit less health than him, it just became a whittling each other down fight, and just totally lost. And then I totally get screwed over by that Fang Mao. And yeah. And then the Chimera at least comes through. And at least the Chimera got a revenge kill for me. That's useful. And, you know, this game is definitely not the best game I've ever played or anything like that. It's definitely just a normal game, but, you know, I would say it's still pretty decent for the fact that we still won with a character I have no experience playing. I like his little sword slash. It's funny. And I'd say he's pretty good at pushing too, especially with people helping him. And then right here, I think we show a little bit of a push that we got. So I tether. I think I at least tether one. I think I tether that Kwang, but then I see this Fang Mao coming after our Bellica, and I decide to ult right there, and I get a good amount of them. And then I turn around, I just push that Kwang back a little bit, help them take out that Fang Mao. Keep pushing up. Go after that Sevarog. Sevarog got killed. And then go back into it. And then here's where I made a very dumb flaw. Not that big of a deal, but kind of a dumb flaw. In the sense that I didn't teleport back with my sword, but my ult isn't ready. So I had to use my ability to get it back, and then I have to wait for the cooldown of the ability. And yeah, the ability to ult and teleport across the map is, I mean, especially with the low travel times in this game now, I think is going to be huge. Like that's just going to be great for pushing. You know, if a team's just going to give you a lane all to themselves, that'll totally be a huge thing, because then you'll just be able to go right back into it real quick, help your minions out, push more. And obviously, if they forget about you and there's some huge team fight going on that's still going on by the time you can teleport back and then ult back in, that's a huge bonus. I mean, you can't really. I mean, just a whole fresh guy right there for you to take care of. Keep on going. And so, let me. Oh, we're going right here. Oh yeah, this is a great moment with the square ability. So I give him down. He uses his bug out, but then I just totally crowd control him, take back my sword, block him in, and kill him. That's a super satisfying kill. That's like, that Sevarog was annoying me all day, at least in that match, and that's just one of those. That's what's gonna make him a very valuable warrior, is just that sort of hold down. And then just right there, you got another Chimera right there, and that's what's gonna keep. He's gonna be he's sort of, I guess, if you're gonna call Bellica sort of the anti-mage character that everyone was really into, like being an anti-mage. He's gonna be the anti-ganker, I would say, probably the anti-bitch boy. Sort of, if they go into a fight and they realize they can't win, so they try to bug out, and then Kwang's ability, it's just a totally will be able to hold them, at least if you have good enough aim, if you practice the character enough, which isn't always a guarantee. But there definitely should be a level of skill to this game. It shouldn't be just just a purely a chess match. That's not fun either. And then right here, this is so annoying to me. They really need to fix that. Is that right there? You see, we whittled down Orb Prime, and then the dumb Fang Mao comes in, ults on the Orb Prime, and gets the buff for the whole team. I just think that's just so frustrating. I just can't believe that that's a thing in the game. It's just that really needs to get changed. I mean, especially if you're gonna make it so that people can't they can't put in the work to regenerate an inhibitor, or they don't even have to dunk it onto the enemy side to get the kill, like, or to get the buff anyway. You just automatically get it. I think it should be, they should have some way or some metric of being able to keep it so that so that people aren't able to do that. It's just, I mean, just last hitting the buff is just pretty crappy in my opinion. And yeah, so I mean, I think Kwang's definitely going to be a good character, and I think they just sort of realized they weren't going to win after losing 2 inhibitors, so they gave up. But I think he's going to be a good character, a good sort of defensive, almost support type character with sort of the instigating abilities. I think he'll be that's a good paradigm to have as a character who can do some decent defensive stuff and offensive stuff. But all right, thanks for watching.